She's very attractive. I'd like to contract something from her. Oops. Hi. James from Engvid. Just looking at the paper and I saw this girl. Magnifique. She was very attractive. Maybe too attractive because I probably would contract something from her if I got to kiss her. But here's what I want to work on. You heard me say contract. You heard me say attract. And I know a lot of you already know the word attractive, which means something that makes you like it. Contract, you know it's paper, right? You write a contract for services or business. But how about we start looking at why these words have this meaning and look at the root, okay? And the root today, when we go today's vocabulary pyramid, mid, right? Here we go. So I'm just going to put vocab, pyramid. Yes, it's another vocabulary pyramid brought to you by Mr. E and his exploratory team. Okay, we go into, see, Mr. E, the mysteries of English. You like that? I like it too. Okay, so he's got his trusty magnifying glass. I'm going to take a look. So, Mr. E inspired me to do an abstract painting. I tried to extract the exacting thing that attracted women to him. So I began to subtract all the things that would detract from the real him. Before I could complete it, I contracted the cold and lost all traction on it. Right? Dun, 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 dun. So some of you right now are going, what the fuck? Because you don't know what this is about. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to take TRACT, which if you notice up here, it says TRACT equals pull or draw. TRACT, pull. Okay, you know pull. Here's you. You pull. Pull. Pull towards you. Okay. Draw is similar to TRACT. Why? Because in English, I'm sure some of you have seen these in your bedroom. Little thing like this. Do 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 do. Your underwear is in there. You must pull or draw. The thing is called a draw, right? And because you pull it to open it. Now, when you go to the bank, you make withdrawals, right? Take the money out. All right, and it's like pulling. So they have a similar meaning. It's a little different sometimes when we say draw, as in withdrawal, because it's not pulling the money out, but it's like taking it to you or bringing it, or if you draw water. We'll do draw another time on another vocabulary pyramid, okay? So for right now, we know TRACT means pull, which is similar to draw in English, okay? So Mr. E inspired me to draw an abstract painting. Well, we know TRACT means draw. So what does ab mean? Notice I put the S over here because really what we're looking at is here, the AB. AB in English actually, let me try that. Okay, it means away from. So when we say abstract, we're saying this. Why? Well, in an abstract painting, what happens is you take reality and you kind of move away from the reality a bit, like I'm moving away from you. See how I'm going further and further away? So sometimes when people look at a picture, they're like, how is this a horse? How is that a horse? I don't get it. I'm not paying $1 million for that. When the artist will go, well, you do not understand. I am taking the concept of a horse. I have abstracted or drawn away from the horse's eye and the horse's happy mouth from the running. Okay? So you're like, how does that horse go to this? Well, they abstract. They draw away, like drawing a bow for bow and arrow, from reality. So you get a picture, a general idea, as opposed to concrete. Okay? So that's why we say abstract. So we know this one, this painting is not going to be like real life picture of Mr. E. It'll be something interesting. In fact, the picture that was finished was this. Totally different. But they were saying he's a happy guy. Abstract, right? Looks nothing like Mr. E. Okay, so that's the first thing. What do you draw away? Now we look at the next one, extract. And by the way, when you look at the vocabulary pyramid, you're going to see me do a lot of these over and over again. This is done on purpose. to remember something, there are two ways to remember something. Number one is repeat it over and over and over, and you get the point, over again. Or instant focus. In my class, I do something really nasty. Every once in a while, I get some new student who doesn't want to learn something. And what I say is, I can teach you two ways. The very fast way, and you'll never forget, or the long way, which is a little longer. Actually, it's longer, but you'll never forget. Usually, they always go, give me the quick way, teacher, because I am so smart. So I take a lighter, and I usually turn it on. Then I tell them put their hand here. Then I lie. I usually tell them put their hand here, then I put the lighter here. Within 5 seconds, they pull their hand away. Then I go, okay, put your hand there. They go, no! And I go, you learned, 2 seconds. Unfortunately, unless you repeat, and I'm not able to put a lighter on your hand so I can burn you, what happens is I need to do repetition. So each video you're going to do, you'll notice at the beginning there'll be weird concepts or abstract concepts. But after a while, by the time you do 5 or 6 of these, you're going to automatically go, hey, away from, hey, out of, hey, away from, in a different form, hey, under. And you'll just know. And you'll start noticing when you start reading things, you'll also notice that when you start looking on paper. Cool, huh? So don't go, oh, I've heard this before. Study. Got it? This is for you. So when you're finished, you'll never do this again. Cool? Anyway, back to the work. We've gone and abstracted too much from it already. So, next one we're looking at is extract. Extract. Well, what does X mean? Well, some of you are divorced. Sorry. Some of you have jobs. Sorry, sorry. And some of you are ex-baseball players who used to use drugs. So, X means, what does X mean? X equals out of. So you're out of the marriage, out of a job, and out of a professional lucrative career because you're an idiot and took steroids. Lucrative means to make lots of money or can make money. Shame on you. Okay, so out of. So we got extract. So extract would be pull out of or draw out of. So when you extract something, you take something out of it or you draw it out. So extract equals to draw out of. So when you extract something from a plant, you draw it out of the plant. You can't physically pull. You can't do that, so you draw it out. Okay? So we had an abstract painting. I tried to extract the exact thing that attracted him. Attracted him. Most of you go, I know what attract means, man. I know what it means. I'm going to give you a little lesson on attract. Because you're right. You are right. Okay? Because at, I bet you didn't know this, notice how there's a double T. Because we have tract. Well, what that really is, I bet you didn't know this, was ab. When ab hits certain constants at certain times, what they do is we double the constant and drop the B. So what you have here is it's really what it is, this. But that's really hard to say in English, so we just say, forget it. What we're going to do is get rid of the B, double the T, and then we have attract. Why attract? Well, think about it. Tract means pull. At means away from. When you're attracted to something, it pulls your attention away from anything else. If you're attracted to, say, a lovely señorita, you're walking down the road, gotta go to work, ooh, ah. Your attention has been taken from work to the lovely señorita going that way. Your attention has been taken away, right? So, attraction. So attract means ab. We know what does ab mean. What does it mean? You did it 2 seconds ago. Abstract. That's right. Away from. And you've just learned a rule about ab, right? Sometimes when you see a double consonant with an A in front, it's really ab, which means away from. Cool? So attract. To draw. So to draw attention, to pull it towards you, to pull the attention from something to you, or whatever you're looking at. To draw attention, and we put the word towards. Right? There's our draw, right? And when we said away from, say away from something else towards something else. Cool? So attract. That's why you say to a lovely young lady, you are attractive. You get my attention from everything else. All right? Ladies, you can say the same thing about men. In fact, you can write to me and say, James, I find you attractive, and you attract me from learning English, or detract. Oh, I'll get to that later. There's another word. Next. So we got attractive. Who attracted him to women. So I began to subtract all. Now, if you've done this before, sub is easy because that's one of the first things you learn. Subway, food, international now. But subtract is mathematical principle. Subtract means to take away from. Okay? And why do we take it away? Well, sub means what? Under. Oh, some of you have done this before. I heard you. Yeah, that's right. Below and beneath. Right? And when we subtract something, okay, when we subtract something, we throw it underneath, right? Let me put. Put, or say pull, or draw, or in this case, we're taking it and drawing it beneath the attention. So when you're subtracting, you're taking away, so it goes away from my attention, so I'm only focusing on what's left. But when we do subtraction, we pull it under and then take it away. So an example would be 4, right? You have 4 minus 2, I can't do it. So you pull it underneath and put minus 2 equals 2. Yeah? Cool. That's actually subtraction. Both things. So let's look at the next one. So we subtract all the things that would detract. What does D mean? D is funny because DE is in descend, means either down, or another one that means away from. Similar to ab, but ab doesn't have a down meaning, so that's why we use it, because sometimes we mean DE as in down, and sometimes we mean away from. Okay? So when you detract from something, you pull the attention away from, right? So you pull away from. So if you want to detract attention from, I don't know, your big butt, your enormous ass. Sorry, you can't see mine? Ah, here it is. There, good shot. I hope you looked. It's gone. Okay, but maybe you have a really big bum. Little legs and a really big bum. Okay, you want to detract attention from that. Take people's eyes away from it, okay? All right, so that was detract. So we go from detract down to contract. Most of you think contract is a piece of paper. Well, it's not. To contract something, because con means, and this is the important thing, con means this. I feel like Mr. Rogers. Did you hear that, little boys? Girls and boys? It's with and together. That's right. You're so good. You're so good. Okay? With or together. And tract means what? Pull. So in this case, think with, okay, and think draw, and as I said, pull. You pull a disease into yourself, so you draw it in. It's not that you want to, you've contracted it. So it's part of you, it comes together with you, and it's drawn in, right? That's why you contract a cold, right? You don't draw a contract like, I will be officially sick for 7 days. No, what happens is you talk to somebody and you contract it. It's drawn into you from them, and it makes you sick. You cannot contract cancer. You can contract the virus, you can contract the bacteria, because it's drawn into your body. Cool, no? All right, there you go. Contract, with or together. Next. Oh, we're not at the pièce de résistance, but we kind of are. We're at the last one. Traction. Traction. What does that mean, traction? Well, T-I-O-N usually means noun, right? So when we talk about having traction, here's the funny thing. It's right? And with movement, when we say it's movement, it's based on pulling or drawing. Because when you get traction, let's say you have, okay, you got a car. I never said I was an artiste. Have you seen the worm? Okay. Your car, sorry man, I'm a terrible drawer. Your car can't, if this is ice here, your car can't move, it can't get traction. What it needs to do is pull, be able to pull to gain movement. So when we talk about this, when you need to pull to gain some kind of movement, you need some kind of traction, ability to grip, okay? Now, traction is what you need here for that kind of movement, a pull or a drawing on. So in this case, let's go through the story again and see if we got it right. Mr. E inspired me to do an abstract painting, one that's not based totally on reality. I tried to extract, pull. Now another word for extract is if you have bad teeth, they'll extract them and pull them out. Pull, the exact thing that attracted him, draws attention, remember? Drawing attention of women to him. So I began to subtract. Remember, pull and take away all the things from attention, put it underneath, get rid of them. So only what's substance is left. The things that would detract, right, take your attention away from the real him. So what would be left is just him, which would be one skinny little worm. That's Mr. E without anything on him. It's not very attractive, is he? Okay. Before I could complete it, I contracted, caught. I drew into myself germs, disease, right? And I lost all traction on it, so no movement. I lost the ability to make that contact, to be able to pull, to draw myself forward. So there was no tract on the project, okay? So you got the story? Here's a quick question. If I lost traction on it, did I finish it or not? Think ice, think car. Does the car move if it's on ice? Okay. So that's the story. That's all I got to say. I don't have a contract to do any more work here. I don't want you detracted from the work you're supposed to be doing and give you any more abstract nonsense and talk about it. I believe you're attracted to the lessons in the pyramid because you've been here, but I want you to extract the lesson I'm trying to teach here. Okay? I think that's it. I think we got a lot of traction in what we were trying to do here, and I've got to move on. And you got to get some traction and get to this place here. www. Okay, no abstract here. Maybe I'll do a print symbol. That's abstract. See? Ing, as in English, vid. Now see abstract because it used to be Engvid. Now it's doing a little bit abstract here. .com, where you can learn about TRACT and other things. I mean, grammar, vocabulary, conversation, meeting women. I didn't say that. Other subjects in English, and we're happy to teach you. Okay? So go to engvid.com. Come learn our vocabulary pyramid and the other things we have available. Have a good day. I'm out. See you.